Hi, I'm Haley Breja, and in this video I will be discussing and answering 5 major questions over mass media and our culture. First, I will be talking about how I think mass media has changed our culture. Nowadays, a lot of people rely on their phone on a daily basis. They use their phone to make decisions like where they want to go, what they want to eat, and what they want to wear. They make these decisions through following influencers on social media. In this graph, there is the number of people who are on social media and like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, and on each social media there are hundreds of influencers with millions of people following them. Another way I believe mass media has affected our culture is our form of communication. Originally, people could only speak in person and orally. Nowadays, communication can be done over the phone or through text. Because of that, it has helped us keep in touch with family members or friends that we may not be able to see every day. Next, I am asked, do I believe mass media has a positive or a negative effect on our culture? And I would say it has both positive and negative effects. Although mass media can be very helpful in many ways, I believe that the negative effect is much stronger than the positive effect. Like I discussed before, most communication is done through phones rather than in person. I believe this affects teenagers the most. Based off this graph, the number of teenagers who send texts on an average day is much higher than any other age. As you can see, teenagers send up to 100 or more texts in one day. Most high school and middle school students have trouble with presenting in front of their class because most of their interactions are done over the phone rather than face-to-face. Some positive effects of mass media include the news, which has allowed us to know what is happening all around the world in many different perspectives, and fast communication and fast directions. With fast directions, we are able to travel wherever we please, whenever we want. Now, do I think there should be any restrictions on mass media? Yes, I do. I think there should be restrictions on what should and should not be allowed to be posted on the media. I believe that any false comments or any false news or facts should definitely not be allowed to be posted on the media. Another thing I think should not be allowed on the media is any discriminating, offensive, or inappropriate comments, because that is just there to hurt people's feelings and it should not be allowed on the media. Now, what do I think could be done about the damaging effect that mass media has on our culture? Well, I think there should be limits for what kind of mass media we have access to. Yes, the news and the weather forecasts are all very important and something we need to see on a daily basis because they help us make decisions like what plans we have for that day based off the weather and helps us know what's going on around the world. But I believe some issues should remain private rather than going public for the sake of only protecting the people from getting worried or scared. Now, based off of the current rate of development of mass media, where do I see our culture going 30 years from now? Well, I think 30 years from today, people will rely on their technology and their media even more than they do today. Mass media is only growing, it is not decreasing, it is definitely not going anywhere. It is here to stay. So I hope by then people will learn to manage their media correctly and not abuse it like we are using today. Thank you.